that, okay, if Thug is my man and Thug is who I'm on the case with, and whatever's going on with Thug is what they're trying to get, and it doesn't have anything to do with me, whatever. At the end of the day, I get shit is going to be tougher for me because I don't have the same type of funds. I don't have the same type of access. I don't have the same type of this, same type of that. But if this is my man that put me on and put me in position to be able to feed my family and to be able to do certain shit and to be able to basically live my life the way that I want to live my life, I'm going to sit still. This is my thinking, sitting on the couch at Big Facts and not sitting in a cell. But I'm thinking like...
Central Store 1000. E-Record Stores 1000 ENT. New day, new opportunity, man. We hope all is well with everybody. Yeah, man, we finna chime in for a second, man. Those who familiar with Atlanta's Big Facts podcast, you know what I mean, with Big Bank Black, you know what I mean, DTE Duct Tape CEO. You got Jade, you know what I mean, then you got DJ Scream. DJ Scream been around for a minute. You know what I mean, but they podcast popping. You ain't familiar, man, y'all check them out. But I saw interviews kind of long. I broke it down, you know what I mean. The YSL guy, Got It. One of the Young Thug old partners who, you know, he got out clear. He beat the charges, you know what I mean? But he was also in an interrogation video that they leaked and put out there, you know what I mean? He was breaking them codes that they supposed to stand on. But, you know what I mean? We're going to speak on this for a second, man. Like I said, I mentioned the youth from misguided over here, man. But we noticed a lot of people was coming at the boss lady of the podcast, like Jade, you know what I mean? How she was kind of passionate about things that these guys done, broke codes like Got It, and also Gunna. She seemed to be real hot at Gunna. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, I mentioned the youth from misguided, man. And you know, I kind of agree with what Jay was saying, and then I see what people were saying too at the same time. But then because I'm first start saying because she a female, homie, don't mean Jay wasn't in the mix of living like that. So y'all got that wrong. There's a lot of women that was really in the mix and standing on these codes just as well as these men now. But at the same time, man, I feel like I said, I mentioned the youth from misguided, man. It comes a point in time, man. We really need to stand on, like, telling these youngest man, when they out here in the mix doing wrong, like, don't do that. Especially the ones like Gunna. Like, they all stated in this interview when they spoke on Gunna, like, they kind of knew he wasn't really no gangster living like that. But she mad at Gunna for breaking codes. So how we gonna put guys who we know not gangster to live up to these codes? That don't make no sense, Jay. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And Thug took a plea to, which they saying they pleas are different. But he played out too. He supposed to be big gangster. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she right. Those who out here portraying that lifestyle, even though we know they not like that, but that's why they living like that, even though y'all may think they cool or they get money. If you know they not like that, you still should try to talk to them and get into their head then before shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? Because there's consequences to these actions. That's what we do, man. I mean, before I even started on this internet, man, all my youngest who was around me, from little cuz, little homies to whatever, they'll tell you. Like, since I was a youngin', that's the way I been. Like, if I see somebody doing something, I used to tell my youngest, like, y'all see me doing some fucked up something, even dealing with a messed up individual, tell me. Like, I'm going to do with you. Steal something, steal, you know what I mean? Don't wait till they get into a situation, then see how they come out the situation, then you judge them. Nah. And Jay was saying how a lot of these guys folded on Thug. But y'all was saying though, y'all know Gunna wasn't like that, so y'all thought he was gonna stand up and then Gunna lay down at least a year before he broke and waved the right flag. So you gotta give a man credit for that. A lot of these gangsters who living like that, they ain't lasting 6 months, so they trying to get somebody up. You know what I mean?
I just feel like me personally with Gunna, bro, and then we're gonna move on after this. I just feel like, and I told this to Gunna, I just feel like, bro, we all know you ain't did nothing for real.
Right.
We already know you ain't in you. So for you to even just take a plea, I know in your mind had to been in a fucked up place. Cause if he was able to get out on bond, he would, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting in that motherfucker will run your ass crazy.
Gunna was ever like, fuck Thug, because I know Gunna and I know his heart and I know him as a person. Yeah. So I know he's not a malicious person that would have just been like, fuck his brother.
Oh, no, for sure.
But at the end of the day, I feel like he just jumped the gun and fucking agreed to the shit because he wanted to get out and he folded on his man. That's what.
Man, that's a fact, man. I mean, don't nobody know what they'll do to you in that situation, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, It be guys, sometimes, man, I know a few. I mean, they first go round, they might get jammed, might get hit with a script, 15, 20. They'll lay it down, stand on them coals like y'all talking about, and come home and get jammed again like a year or two later. But that second go round, man, after doing the script, guys ain't trying to go back again, so a lot of them break on the second go round, you know what I mean? That's the way it go down. I know a guy from my way, this just been like 2 or 3 weeks ago, made the news with 100 keys, man. He was obviously set up. But the man has done 20 years. He been home like 2 years now. I seen him like a year ago. We had a talk, you know what I mean? And I was telling homie, man, like, shit, the way our culture glorify this street life, and he well respected from my city, you know what I'm saying? This guy, like I said, he stood tall on his first situation. I said, you might well write a book, home. You know what I mean? Get the, the residual income coming in from that. Because that's what they look up. They'll love to hear your story, you know what I mean? Because you got a story to tell. He kind of laughed it off. Like I said a few weeks ago, he made the news, man, 100 keys, man. I can tell you, it was seem like a setup. But I can see in that mud shot, too, he's sick. Like, people don't know. I ain't saying he gonna break this time, but a lot of time it be like that. But I'm saying people don't know what you'll do to you in that situation, man. So like I said, somebody like Gunna, who y'all know ain't like that. So what y'all thought that brother was gonna do, Jade? He gonna fold 9 times out of 10. Like y'all say, y'all know he wasn't no gangster. But a guy like Yak Gotti them was trying to be big gangsters. Like they thugs, goons out there. Yak Gotti was at the Lennox Mall taking a picture of himself out there on YF and Lucha car. You know what I mean? Taunting, you know what I mean? Trying to stirring stuff up. And then when it hit the fan, y'all seen he broke. But like he said on that interrogation interview, he was 20 years old, young, first time going through that situation. So he folded. He did. But, he was trying to be a gangster. Y'all said Gunna wasn't. So come on, man. That's just how it go, man. The ones who trying to be really gangsters, they ain't even standing on these codes. That is what's going on.
No, I'm not going to say that was the telling, but that agreeing to that shit
right.
was agreeing. Because from the video that I've seen and from the paperwork that I've read, instead of just like, okay, I just signed off on some shit, whatever, like you had to reread every single line in front of the judge. So in the process of you reading and comprehending and saying this out of your mouth, to me, it would have been certain points where I would have said like, hey, I can't say
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to
people, man, as a whole, man, we really just need to try to change the narrative, man, for these up-and-coming next generations. Like, let them know, man, stay out the streets, don't do crime, and stay away from individuals who moving reckless. And stop glorifying this bull, man, because it's like a domino effect. Now, youngers out there, they don't even glorify the hustle like we did coming up. A lot of these guys don't really care about no money. They want them guns, homie. They go stand over and step on somebody who look like them. And in the hood, bigging them up like he a big stepper, he a big spinner. Like some of these guys' favorite rapper, like Boozy, for instance. Boozy one of my favorite rappers. Shout out to Boozy. But Boozy, he won too. Come on, you need to, the big stepper train. Yeah, they looking up to y'all, want to be that. Not telling them to knowing the consequence to that. Like, look at Marlon Mike doing life for Boozy, man. I'm pretty sure Marlon Mike can go back and change and do it again. That brother probably would. And like they saying, Boo ain't doing that for homie. That's how it go, man. They use it till they can't use it no more, man. And ain't no love in the streets, man. Tell the youngers that. And we need to start bigging up the youngers who want positivity, letting them know that they salute it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more want to go that route. We only saluting the ones who doing the negative, sitting back like they cool. Then when shit hit the fan and they fold like we know they're gonna do, then we judge them. Like that don't make no sense. That's all I'm saying on this situation, you know what I mean? We need to really change the narrative, people. That's our best option, man. Tell the youngest, man, it ain't no love in the street. It's fake love out there. And it's a facade, man. It ain't real, man. Stay clear of that, man. Stay positive, man. Do what's right. You know what I mean? That's I'm telling the truth, man. Why ain't lying to you, man? Big old facts, man. Like the podcast, man. Yeah, man, shout out to them. Like I said, I've been rocking with Black for a minute, man. Shout out to Alley Boy, man. One of the best rappers to come out of Atlanta, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Trouble. You know what I mean? That's how I got on there. I've been on Scream since back in the DVD eras. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. And Jade, like I said, I see where you coming from. She passionate. A lot of people, I guess she a female. But we don't know how Jade come up. Jade might have been in the mix just as well as these men. And standing on them codes and principles. A lot of women do. You know what I mean? She looking at these guys like they fold like Yak. I see how she grilling him because he was really trying to be, like I say, that big gangster. But like y'all say, y'all know Gunna wasn't living like that. So come on, give him the benefit of the doubt, man, and let that man live, man. You know, it is what it is, though, man. Yo, man, y'all like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna hit y'all with a nut in a minute, man. Oh yeah, and we salute.
I don't think Gunna think that video gonna come out. He thought he was just taking a plea. See, when I ain't gotta testify. All I gotta do is say shit. My part.
But is that trick if they told him it wasn't coming out?
They did.